today we're going to show you how to handle wax moth. Now, we don't have our usual freezer available, so this is an alternative way to get rid of wax moth. Make sure you check on the frames, and we're going to use our hive tool to basically scrape all the cocoons and things off. You can see this one is riddled with wax moth, and they've been in there a fairly long time, so lots of debris at the bottom of the box. So use your hive tool to quickly scrape the cocoons off. Make sure that you dig any of them out of the wood, and we've got new frames available and ready to put into this box once we've done cleaning it out. But if you don't have that option, make sure the frames are nicely cleaned off. If wire's damaged, you'll need to replace them. Otherwise, a good new foundation will be fantastic. We decided to work here near the dam where it's beautiful, and a lot of these wax moth cocoons will provide food for some of the water birds and such around. You can see this box is full of feces and debris at the bottom of the box. So all of this needs to be cleaned out. Otherwise, you're just simply leaving more areas where the wax moth can hide. So we're going to take all of this out, chuck it out nicely, and then again we're going to scrape all the edges, and especially getting there into the corners where the wax moth has really built up. Making use of a different type of frame can also prevent wax moth infestation like this. We've actually come onto a farm to assist them with this terrible infestation. So quite a lot of boxes to sort out. But anyway, get them scraped out and make sure you've got as many as what you can reach. There we go. You can see it looks a lot neater. Now, normally this would go into the deep freeze, but we're going to use our not so trusty blowtorch. This one is a bit faulty. It's turned into a flamethrower. Anyway, guys, please don't use a one that is throwing flames in this way. But unfortunately, it was all we had at the time. So make sure you use that the heat of the flames to get into all those crevices and the corners of the box. Obviously, if there's wax in there, that's not a great idea. It will catch a light. But for this purpose, we're basically just wanting to cook any of the eggs and larvae that might be left behind in the box. So doing that quickly, I would suggest rather to tilt the box than to tilt the gas canister. So rather than doing that, so rather do as we say and not as you see us doing there. Right, then you're going to just do another quick scrape, make sure that there's nothing else left behind. And as soon as you've done that, we're ready to put our frames in. Yippee! Right, with this particular one, we're not going to put an old frame of comb in here to bait the box, because that'll just encourage more wax moth. So we're going to use brand new frames with a brand new wax foundation strip. We're going to place those all in there. And then we'll bait the box to basically get it up out to catch wild colonies. You can see nice and clean. Right, so in go the frames. Make sure you've got the right number of frames. Some box, depending on the frame size, it might just, you might take 10. If you're using the frames that we sometimes use, it will be a 32, and then you'll get 11 frames in there. But make sure that you've got a good solid wax foundation in there. Otherwise, you're going to have cross-combed hives and other issues to deal with. So once you've got all the frames in, we use our very own trusty slum gum, which we place a little bit on the hives. We use a big bucket because we use a lot of it. But you can purchase the small buckets from our shop, and they're around 100 Rand. So not a lot of money, but worth it to get some freebies. Right, so just use your hive tool once again, scrape it on, like spreading a bit of bovril on your hive. It isn't bovril though. It's a mixture of wax and propolis and also a bit of honey. So a good smelling concoction. Right, smear it nicely, and then we just need to add a little bit of a scent to it. And for that, we are going to use lemongrass oil. Lemongrass oil can be purchased from a number of different places. We use Diskim's one, and it works very, very effectively. Remember, it's like a perfume, so you're not going to put too much on. You just want to put a little bit in each corner. Emmanuel will get to that now. There we go. As you can see, We buy them in big bottles, but you can get smaller ones. So not too much. Don't overdo it. It's like perfume. A couple of drops on each corner and then a drop or two at the entrance, and that should do you perfectly. Right, so that will basically attract a new colony into those box. It could work on the ground, but we normally recommend that you place your box up high. So we are close to the dam where there's a wonderful pump house, as you can see here on the left. So we're going to place the box up there with those others and, yeah, wait to catch bees. Anyway, guys, I hope you learned something new. Have a wonderful day.